Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and last week we looked at CJ'S ELEPHANT ANTICS, so I thought I'd show you CJ in the USA. It's a platformer published by Codemasters in 1992. Now my main complaint of CJ'S ELEPHANT ANTICS last week was it's a little bit basic, and essentially I thought they could have done a lot more. My fear is that this is pretty much going to be more of the same without much evolution. Well, it's a 2D platformer, you control an elephant who fires peanuts out of his trunk, and you must rescue your family. Here I am, you must rescue your family who's been kidnapped in the USA. So it does look like an identical game first of all, much like the two Spectrum games before it. They looked identical, and I think it's going to suffer from the same sort of thing. But arguably, you could say it's aimed at younger players rather than, well, me back in the day, who would have been, how old would I have been? 18, that's, well, 1992. Yeah, something like that. I can't do the maths, something like that. So that's why I wouldn't have liked it. But even putting that into account, I think for a small kid the controls would be a little bit frustrating as well. But anyway, it's a platformer. Let's see how far we can get. I've got no cheats on this. If you had this one back in the day, then let me know. But again, I think the Commodore Amiga can do a lot better than this when you look at games like Kid Chaos, Zool, Great Giana Sisters, and all of those really. But it's cute enough. Again, I suppose the closest one in cuteness to this, if you look at the James Pond games, James Pond and James Pond Robocod, Robocod is heaps more stylish and better than this game, but you are controlling a cute little elephant, so I suppose some kids might have liked it and called it the elephant game. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. If you enjoyed it, let me know as well, because sometimes the game doesn't have to be brilliant. It's all about the nostalgia it brings with it if you had it back in the day and the memories of where you were then. So there we go, and that's what retro gaming is all about. Some people hate the game and got no memories of it. Other people that have lived through it, have some sort of connection. It's a sentimental value which makes retro gaming so wonderful. I love looking at these games retrospectively, really. Didn't know this game existed back in the day. Recently reviewed it on the ZX Spectrum as well, so if you want to check it out on that, see how it compares from 8-bit to 16-bit, then go ahead. Haven't seen it on the Commodore 64, but I'd imagine the Commodore 64 might look very, very similar to this game. It looks like a straight conversion to me. Anyway, let's shoot that crocodile thing. The merest touch with anyone and you die. Some bits seem quite impossible. Lives are down the bottom left. It's a 1 to 2 players, and as you can see there, if things get a bit hectic, you can collect bombs. At the end of each stage, I believe there is a ender level boss. On the first one, I think we had to go across Europe, France, then Switzerland, and so forth, ending in Africa over 4 levels. I don't think we're going to get to the end of level boss here, but you never know. It's the same sort of, well, it's identical gravity to the first game, almost as if they've done both games back to back, maybe in the course of a few days. I don't know if that is the case. This is 1992. CJ'S ELEPHANT ANTICS was published in 1991. Maybe they held it back, perhaps, eh? Music is quite good though. It's not blowing the world apart, but it's nice and gentle and fits with the genre quite well. Now this cloud's a lot bigger on the Spectrum version. He's firing bolts of lightning at me, and every time he hits me I lose a life, so that's going to get old very, very quickly. And the cloud is very hard to shoot. Every time you die you are invincible for a short space of time, which so you don't lose all your life straight away. But that cloud thing is destroying it for me. That is so annoying. Yeah, I won't be playing this one again, to be fair, to be honest. It's too difficult. It's game over. Well, I say I won't be playing it again. I will be playing it again for the course of this review, because we've only been playing about 3 or 4 minutes. Written by Genesis Software, it says, but published by Codemasters in 1992. It's crazy elephant stuff. Now, there wasn't a third elephant game. I do know on the ZX Spectrum, I think they was working on CJ's in space, but that never saw the light of day. Possibly because it was going to be exactly the same game again, with more of like a space graphics feel, but I'd imagine it would have been very, very similar. Thank you to people that are watching the live streams at the moment. At the moment we're only doing ZX Spectrum ones because my internet speed isn't brilliant. Hopefully if that picks up or continues as the way it's doing so, we'll upgrade the broadband, so we got a better experience there and can go in higher resolution. So if you haven't seen those so far, show them some love. Typically they'll be Monday and Tuesday, definite, and I might try and squeeze some in later on in the week. Do your do songs. A bit of shadowing there, but I'm already as I say, it is aimed at younger players, but already I'm a little bit bored of this. Well, I'm very bored of it. If we can get off stage 1, that would be great. It's all about finding what the best path is going around. There's a dog up there, he's going to get killed by a peanut soon. There's an American footballer, he's going to get killed by a peanut if I can lure him out. In the first game, the most annoying enemy were the frogs. It looks like they've been replaced by the American football people this time. Don't know what the relevance of that is. It's trying to say USA in a big way, so they've gone for American football. Right, anyway. Right, 4 lives left. At least you get a good amount of lives to start you off with, I suppose. Right, come on. You can do this thing. Can you do this thing? I'm not overly sure. Do. A bit repetitive, isn't it, the music? You've got an unlimited amount of peanuts you can fire out if you're drunk, so that's not something everyone can do. What a party piece that would be. If he falls a certain distance, he's got an umbrella to break his fall. It's a good thing that elephants have. I haven't researched it, but I presume that's what they do. He's an African elephant. I'm not sure what the difference between an African and Indian elephant is. I think it's like the ears, isn't it? The size of the ears? I don't know. I don't know if the two have ever met. That'll be a day and a half. Right. I don't think there's any other type of elephants. The Indian elephant, African elephant. I don't think there's any mammoths left. If you are a mammoth, comment below. How's life? Is it pretty tricky? I know you're on a lot of wall cave drawings, so not many animals can see that. Right, come on. Oh look, water kills an elephant. Who knew that? It must be poisonous water. Come on, I think this bit's impossible up here. Yep, died again. It's getting quite frustrating. This. I would the only reason I would go back to this is if I knew a cheat where I think you have to type in St. Rude actually. I think there is a cheat somewhere where I'd get to the end just to see what it's about. But the chances of me completing it normally are quite comical, and I don't think I'd have the impetus to actually do that. Now, games like Ghosts and Goblins are quite tricky, but I would have no problem going in there again and trying to complete it. I got quite far on the Commodore Amiga Ghosts and Goblins review, if you want to check that one out. Right. If you're watching these live as they go up, it's a Sunday, so I hope you're having a good weekend. If you're watching on a day that's not a Sunday, well, I hope you're having a good week regardless. The channel is all about easing stress, that's the main aim. Hopefully I can keep doing it, but it's all about getting the revenue in consistently. If you want to be a member of the channel, if you like what's happening here and want to get bonus videos telling you what's going up next week, then please consider being a member. It starts at £1.99, which is quite cheap for the amount of videos that go up. It goes up in tiers. I think the next one is £4.99, where you get a shout out each week in the Friday vlog. And if you want to, I can shout out any of your projects that you're doing. Just let me know. Yeah, if you want me to, and then I will do. So there we go. And if you're going really crazy, I don't expect anyone to do this. There's an upper tier of £17.99 if you want to lend massive support there. And yeah, you'll get the occasional behind the scenes video, which no one's on that tier yet, so I haven't done any of those. And another good way also is on the live streams, which we have really a lot of fun on the live streams. A lot of people take part there. Is the super chats. It's a way of sending a tip my way. You can do that via the chat, and it's all processed through YouTube. So that's another good thing as well. But there we go. Let's get on with the game. We're controlling this crazy elephant going through the town. Well, sort of town. It's like a mad, crazy castle, isn't it? There's maybe a little bit too pink. They've gone crazy with the decorations. Float down. I don't think that would work, would it, if you jumped off a building with an umbrella? Even if you was a light human like me, it certainly wouldn't work for an elephant. I think the thing might fold, but it's cartoony, and you can't try and put real physics to a computer game or a cartoon. If you did, Wile E. Coyote would be dead 57 million times over, and probably the Acme company would have got sued. He did fall off that cliff quite a lot of times, didn't he? Actually, that's another thing I don't think's been made into a game. Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, is that a game? I'll have to look that. I would like to play the part of Wile E. Coyote and finally get the Roadrunner, which he always failed to do. Right, so this will be our last go of this one, then we'll get out of here, because I'm not really enjoying it. I can see it would have had people that liked it back in the day, but when I look at it from a retro point of view, comparing it to other games at the time, it just falls a little bit flat. But keep reminding yourself, Nick, younger players like that Thomas the Tank Engine pinball game I reviewed once. It's aimed at the young. Game over, dude. Well, you know. Amiga can do so much better than this. It's not really pushing it at all. But anyway, hope you liked having a look at that one. That was CJ in the USA on the Commodore Amiga, published by Codemasters in 1992. 2D platform scroller. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro or elephants, then please put that below. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.